Hi everyone. Now we are going to discuss about environmental analysis in strategic management. So first we can see what is environmental analysis. An environmental analysis is the strategic technique used to identify all internal and external factors that could affect a company's success. So the internal components reveal the strengths and shortcomings of a company, while the external component represents the opportunities and risk. This exists outside the company. First, we can see the importance of environmental analysis. So, first one is find opportunities. So, by looking the outside world, the organization can find new trend and chances to enter new market and to new products or services. Next one is identify threats. So, identifying the threats helps business find threats to their business, such as new competitors entering into the market, changing regulations in the business, or slow economy. Next, third one is create effective strategies. Organization can create effective strategies that are in line with their goals and objectives when they understand and how the outside world affects their business. Next, anticipate change. So, environmental scanning helps organization plan ahead for changes in outside world and create strategies to deal with them. Next, last one is make informed decision. So, it helps organization learns more about the outside factors that affect their business, so they can make the better decision for the organization. Next, we can see the process of environmental analysis. So, environmental analysis is the process of assessing and evaluating the internal and external factors of the organization, which can affect the organization performance and its strategy we are following. So, this analysis aims to find out the what are the opportunities we are having and what are the threats we have to handle and what are the our strength and what are our weakness, so that the organization can make a good work first strategy that fits its goals and objectives. So in the environmental analysis process, so first one is we have to determine the effect of the environment. So to begin a business environment analysis procedure, select environmental factors evaluating your industry determines this. For example, if you work in a medical facility, you might want to think about what are the legal implications involved in it. Next, we have to regulate the managing healthcare experiences and safety. For example, choose factors that have potential to influence how you make deals. Next, second one is obtain information. To collect information about your chosen environmental factors, once you decide which ones we have to evaluate. So you can observe your factors and conduct research here. There are two types of information together. First one is verbal information and second one is written data. So hearing is how people obtain verbal information. For example, consider listening to a radio broadcast. They can obtain written information from sources such as newspaper and magazine. Next, third one is consider your competitors. So you may want to gather information about your competitors, what they are doing in the market. To see if they pose any threats, you can accomplish this by employing a technique known as spying them. So this involves unusual gathering information. For example, you could spy on a nearby health facility to learn about their recent activity, what they are doing in the market current now. Next, fourth one is examine your strategies. So, evaluate your present and prospective strategies to determine how future environmental changes will impact your organization. So, this will assist you in resolving potential issues. These factors could have been to blame. For example, the health facility may wish to develop a new strategy. It will clearly show how they aim to deal with the decrease in clients caused by their competitors' new branch. Next head is environmental scanning. So environmental scanning is one of the strategic management is termed as the utilization and possession of information regarding your patterns, your relationship, occasion and trends within a company, internal and external environment. that impact the future and current strategies. So, components of environmental scanning in strategic management involve internal factors and external factors. So, internal factors include human capital, technology, culture, labor, union, corporate structure. So, external factor includes micro environmental and macro environmental factors. So, in the components of environmental scanning, the internal environment consists of first, being an example of environmental scanning in strategic management is internal analysis. So they lie inside the organization and they impact the performance of the company as whole. So this involve understanding and interpreting a different resources like human resources, capital, technology, culture, objectives, corporate structure, value system, labor union, and so on. So employee relation with management and other employees and how the management with shareholders and brand awareness. So, as a result, the internal analysis identifies weakness and strength within the company. Next, second one is external environmental factors. So, the external environment talks about the outside walls of the company. As competition adds up, the external environment becomes a dynamic and play a crucial role in long term plans. The factors are infinite, therefore, the organization should be vigilant and adjust according to the changes. So, strategic manager must focus on the present state and the future positions. So, as long as the external environmental factor consists of micro environment and macro environment. So, in micro environment, it refers to the individual company atmosphere which can be controlled up to one extent, affecting it externally. So, however, the factor included in the micro sector includes the suppliers, organization, market, competitors, industry, and consumer, etc. So in the macro environmental factors, it indicates the environmental scanning example of the factors which are not under the control of the company. So this sector included demographical, political, economical, technological, cultural, and environment, etc. Next, we can see the what is environmental scanning and its characteristics. So, environmental scanning consists of the following characteristics. First one is dynamic process. So, environmental checking isn't a static; it is a unique interaction and relies upon evolving circumstances. Next one is it is a ceaseless process. The investigation of the environmental scanning is a constant interaction rather than being inconsistent. So, it quickly interchanging environment must be caught ceaselessly to be on target. Next, third characteristics is comprehensive view. So the environmental scanning centers around the total perspective on the environment rather than reviewing it to some extent. Next, fourth one is exploratory process. So the environmental scanning is an exploratory interaction that continues observing the environment to draw out the convincible outcomes and obscure components of things to come. So it focuses on the way that what could occur and not what will occur. Next, third one is procedure of environmental scanning. So, first one is examining. The most common way of breaking down the environment is to recognize the variables that might affect the business is known as environmental scanning. So, this makes organization aware of taking appropriate key decision before it arrives at a critical circumstances. Next, second procedure is observing. The information assembled from different sources is used to screen and discover the patterns and trend in the environment. The fundamental sources of gathering information are spying, conversing with clients, providers, sellers, and workers. Next, fourth one is predicting. The most common way of assessing future occasion depend on recently broken down information is known as environmental predicting, forecasting, and determining. Next, last one is evaluation. So the stage in which the environmental element are surveyed to recognize whether they give a chance to their business or represent a danger. And last, we can see what are the significance of environmental scanning. So, environmental Scanning is very important to achieve the goals and objectives of the organization. It is to identify the weakness and threats that involved in the organization, and we can forecast the future of the organization, and we have to know about the knowledge, and we have to know about the market knowledge. Next one is zero in on the customers, and last one is to identify the what are the opportunities available for us in the market. Thank you.